Hey everyone, this is Dawn. Sorry for being gone for a while. I know my last video I have downloaded was the baby shower of my daughters. That was planned for August the 30th and 30th or 31st. And we had to cancel it because she got put in the hospital the week before. So, what happened there was she went on her 29th doctor's appointment, and they have been, sorry y'all, they have been, oh, my bad. I'm trying to fix the camera and fell right out of my hand. They have been watching her, was once a week, and then it started back twice a week. And so, she went on Monday, and everything was, it was pretty good. And, her blood pressure, she's been working with it, and it's been good. She's on medicine for it, and then the diabetes, it's been pretty good. She's on medicine for it, taking insulin and all that. So, Monday was good. Thursday, she had to see both doctors. She has two different sections. High risk, they see, go to the center, then they go to the doctor's office and do scans and growths and all that. Well, when she went to the center, they said, everything looked good and all that. So when she went to do the scans, sonogram, if you don't know, sonogram and or ultrasound, and they do baby growth, and they do breathing, they do PD or something, what you call when they listen to the baby's heart rate, stuff like that. And I didn't go to that visit. I hadn't been I went here and there. I had said I was going to do a video of the one of her appointments. I hadn't, because there's signs that saying you can't video without a letter, like, I guess, approval. So I hadn't done that, but I thought maybe I can do one more before one more is over. So, but maybe not in the doctor's office, going to the doctor's office. We will see. No promises on that. But then, so I didn't go to that appointment, and I was doing yard work that day, and she went to the doctor, and she calls me, and she says, "Mom, they're putting me in the hospital, taking me to the hospital." And I said, "For what?" And she said, that they're having, the baby is not getting enough of oxygen, and he's not growing too great. So mommy bear freaked out, and so I told her, and at the time we didn't know. We were told before, when she went to a hospital, for she had some pains or something. I forget. Oh, she was sick. She was dehydrated. She's been dehydrated 3 times. Well, even this time she was dehydrated, and that's all she drinks is water. She has like a, I don't know how big it is. It's probably a 12-ounce big bottle with a straw. She drinks that all the time. And so she, she's always refilling it, always with ice and water. So she gets to the hospital. They said she was dehydrated, plus all that going on. They monitored the baby. Finally, she's letting the nurses talk to me and over the phone, and so finally I asked the nurse, between me and my daughter Brittany, and she said that the nurse said I could come up. I thought maybe only one person come in the room. Her husband was there, Michael, but they said no. You can come in. So I think they asked the doctor, and they said yeah. So I went up there, and I'm not sure if that's the night I stayed. I don't think so. Yeah, I stayed that night with her. I went in there and stayed with her, and let Michael come home and see Christopher, and he didn't. None one of them had nothing. She hadn't. She had started a baby bag for the hospital, but not their bag, so it was so early, 29 weeks. And like I said, they put her in on a Thursday. Well, that Saturday was the baby shower, and Sunday she would have been 30 weeks. So, so I went up. He stayed. Her husband Michael stayed Thursday night, and I went up on Friday and stayed with her till Saturday. I think that's how it went. I think that's how it went. And so she stayed in the hospital. So then she got out. No, it was a Monday. My bad. It was a Monday she got put in, and she got out on a Thursday. But either way, that's how it happened. But the days were wrong. So then, so they were doing once a week, and then they had started doing twice a week. But I think the twice a week was just only going to be for a couple of weeks, and then they were going to stop, go back one time a week. But then they said, well, once you got in the hospital that time, they said, well, we'll have to go back to twice a week. So, okay, so she gets seen twice a week with ultrasound. The growth scans is every 3 weeks. And then they check the baby's heart rate, her sugar, and all that. So, this past week, so we did, we canceled the baby shower, even though we could have done it, but we wasn't sure if she's coming home. So we canceled it. So we rescheduled it just about a month. We had it on September the 27th. So it was about a week ago. And so she got tons of stuff. So like I said, we're gonna do a baby shower haul. We have put some stuff up, and you'll know why in a minute. So, she is 30, make sure, she is 35 weeks. This past Sunday, today is Wednesday, this past Sunday she was 35 weeks. She went to the doctor today's Wednesday, she went to the doctor on Monday. She wanted me to go with her, so I went with her. The baby scan, we do the center for the high blood pressure and diabetes, and then you go to the doctor's office, and they did the baby scan and all that. And before we even left the center, sorry, I was trying to see or hear what I hear outside in my yard. Uh-oh. Okay. My bad. That's a story inside of a story. But I hear people outside, not really people outside, things outside moving around. So, but get back to the story. I'm just looking out my window, and I'm in the baby's room. But in the nursery. So we went to the doctor on Monday. Get back to the story, and at the center, me and Brittany was going to ask the doctors, because they've been telling her from a long time ago. She would probably deliver around 36, 37 weeks. And so so we asked them, that was still the plan. And was they going to, since she was 35 weeks, were they going to go ahead and make a date? Or are they just going to wait it out? Because they've been telling her day by day. Go day by day, week by week. Sorry, y'all. I am a mess with my hair, and I just want to put it up. I got my gray hair. So, so we'll go to the doctor, and like I said, we asked, and the doctor's like, well, I was going to talk to y'all anyway. The week before, at 34 weeks, that the baby is still okay, but he's still getting oxygen, but it's not as much. It's decreased, but not um, assessed or whatever they call it. So she said that we were going to talk to you, see if you're okay to go ahead and uh, go ahead and get induced. So we said, my daughter said, when's this? And she said, Sunday. You'll be 36 weeks Sunday, and we think it's time for him to come out. So, for that to say, but that, as said, we had all that information. We go to the next doctor, and they did the scans and all. And we see that there is I'm not 100%, because this doctor's office, they're good. I like them. I were liking them better than I did the other doctor's office. But the other doctors, they only do blood scans and stuff like that, but they talk to you more. So at first I didn't like the I call it the center. That's what it is. But I got to the point where I liked them better than I did the one that did the scans, because they do the scans and all that, and instead of telling you what's going on, they say, you got any questions? I mean, I don't have questions if you don't tell me what's going on. If you see anything bad, you need to tell me. I don't know this stuff. So I got to the point that I didn't care for them too much. But the lady, she asked that question after she got done, and there was another lady came in. She took some more tests or pictures of the baby, and I was like, hey, they went out, and my daughter's like, they don't usually do this too much. And so the lady came in, she asked if there's any questions for the doctor, because that wasn't the doctor, they were just the technicians or whatever you want to call them, whatever. And she asked that question, and I was like, yeah, what's going on? Oh, nothing, we'll just take the extra pictures, we're just making sure his lungs is good, da 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 da. And I was like, well, they're saying that she's going to go and have they're going to, get her ready for labor on Sunday. And yeah, that's it. So, like I said, today is Wednesday, the 8th. She goes Sunday morning around 5:30 to the hospital and gets induced. My heart is happy. My heart is sad. My heart is scared. I don't know if I told y'all my baby story on my daughter and my son, but my daughter, I keep telling her, she says, different things like, she'll say, well, he's preemie, he's going to be small, and he's going to stay in the hospital, and I hope he's out this day, before Thanksgiving. And I tell her to keep faith. But deep in my heart is sinking, because I know what could be the outcome. It don't have to be the outcome, but it could be the outcome. That he may have to stay there. Weeks in or days in and weeks in. But it doesn't have to be. It might not be. So I'm trying to stay strong for her, but then I feel like I'm making her think that, everything's okay, and it might not be, but I've always told her, plan for the worst and pray for the best. So that's what we're doing. I will not put this on YouTube until after the baby is born. Because myself, her father, my daughter, myself, her father, my daughter, for sure, her husband, her little son, 8-year-old stepson, and it'd be her brother, I think one of her best friends, though, and Michael's mom will know that this is going to happen between Sunday and Monday. You never know when she's going to have the baby, but that's when she's going in to get induced. She don't want nobody else. She doesn't want nobody else there right now. No or anything. This is her wish. This is what she's going to get. So this won't be aired until afterwards. So you'll probably get this and a baby video. And that's if she lets me. Okay. I may go ahead and air this by Sunday. Or Monday. We'll see. Okay. And like I said, between now and then, I'll go ahead and see if I can go ahead and do a baby haul. She got so much, y'all. She got clothes. She got diapers. She got so much. But I'm going to have to call this in today. I have things I got to do. We're getting paired. I got to finish up on some cleaning these clothes. She's got her bags packed, the baby's bag packed, and I think her and Michael's working on his bag, or he's working on his bag. He's not high maintenance. She's not high maintenance, but we're still trying to tidy up the room, the house, the whatever, what you do when you get ready for the baby. He's out. He went and got car washed, put a car seat in the car. He's getting an oil change. Took his son to the dentist today. My daughter is with her father. They have went shopping to do a little bit of shopping. And that's it. So, more updates coming. I hope I air this. And I hope it didn't seem stupid. Just remember, we're living our lives like anybody else. And we just like respect, kindness, sorry, and stay faithful, stay strong, and pray. Daily prayers is great. And I say pray for what you got and what you ain't got. And sorry, y'all. So this is the end of that video, or this video. Oh my goodness. My heart and my mind and I'm all over the place. But y'all have a good day. God bless. Stay strong. Stay faithful. Love y'all. See you next time.